Welcome back to more Super Mario Galaxy. Last time, we restored power to the bedroom, so this time, we're starting out with the remaining stars of the Gusty Garden Galaxy. For real this time, our next mission is Gusty Gardens Gravity Scramble. Luckily for me, this time we don't need to worry about the floaty fluff and getting all of these coins. That being said, I'm going to go for the coins anyway because frankly, having a rainbow star will definitely help with getting through the next planet with all the boulders. And of course, now that I don't need it, I get it first try. My best advice would be to wait until the controller rumbles, but then wait a little bit past that to get as much distance as you can with each boost, basically. Alright, so yeah, we very easily got the Rainbow Star again, so let's defeat the Piranha Plant and then spin up to the next launch star. So yeah, we can very easily coast through this next planet without having to worry about taking damage from any of this, and make our way over to the next launch star. And there goes the music. I actually think this is the last time we'll be hearing that song in its original form. It does show up later on with a remix. So first of all, we need to collect more star chips. I'm trying to be a little bit fancy here and get this using a long jump and trying to kind of trick out the gravity like that. So yeah, we can walk on either side of these little spinning discs with these poles. So yeah, you're supposed to like jump from the pole to the other disc, but again, you can't go the other way around, which is a little bit fancier, and I think it's actually a little bit faster. Alright, so the last one is rotating around this disc. I'm just going to wait for it to spin back around. And there's our next launch star. Danger! Watch where you step! So this is actually a really cool section. Basically, we have to use these little arrows to redirect the gravity, but we also have these little spinning blocks. You might notice that the sides of the blocks are dimmed out, and that's because there's no gravity there. So yeah, with this spinning block, for example, if we stood on this too long, we'll go flying off because of the way the gravity is positioned. So yeah, a very clever set piece. Over here, we have these blocks moving this way. Obviously, we would have to be very careful when getting that life up mushroom, but I'm not going to take my chances. I feel like I'm better off not going for the health extension, because I'll probably lose a life in the process, which kind of defeats the purpose of it. On cylindrical parts of the stage, you can basically walk on all sides. It's just the square parts you have to be careful about. So let's change the gravity again. So like before, we can move on these little cylindrical parts so we can rotate around to the part that has gravity active. I'm glad it knocked me directly into the coin, so I didn't actually, or I immediately regained that lost health. But over here is our next star. You got a star! Gusty Gardens Gravity Scramble, Gusty Garden Galaxy. High score updated. You increased your star bit count. There is a prankster comment here that we still need to do, but we actually need to do something else first. In order to kill time, I actually wanted to check something else. So yeah, prankster comments often don't show up right away as soon as you meet the requirement. You usually have to get another star in between. So I realized something. We never got a second letter from Luigi, so I think we actually have to manually check this time. So let's talk to the mail toad. You have a letter from Luigi. Bro, I got a star, but now I can't get back. This picture shows where I am. Help me. Where is that place? It looks familiar, but then again... Let me give you this picture so you won't forget where Luigi is. To view a picture, press plus to access the pause screen, then use the letter icon to check the picture. Alright, so he will still have his letter to give us extra lives. I actually haven't been even claiming those letters so far because at least at this stage of the game, I'm not really concerned about lives. We haven't really been struggling very much at all, but we need to head to the fountain. And we now have a hidden star to collect at the Battle Rock Galaxy. So our next stop is Battle Rock Barrage. So this is a bit more involved than last time, partly because Luigi isn't literally at the start of the stage. But based on the picture, I know exactly where he is. It's just going to take a bit to actually get to him. So first of all, we have to reassemble the pole star. And use that to make it up to the launch star. Alright, next up we need to bounce up to this platform up here, and then get it moving. And now we just kind of have to wait for this platform to move back, because Luigi's at the very end. Basically he's on one of those platforms where the bullet bills are, except he's on the underside of one of them. Also, you might have noticed the question mark was different than usual for the hidden stars, and was actually very similar to at the buoy base galaxy. So yeah, gravity is not fun on certain sections like this. Again, I ran straight into a cannonball because Luigi just decided to spin in circles for a bit. Again, luckily that doesn't happen too often, and definitely happens less in Galaxy 2, I'd say. So even though I would say the controls are pretty refined in this game, they get even better in 2. I actually have a lot to say about Mario Galaxy 2. I'd like to get to that game again, especially because when I originally went through all of the 3D Mario games, I actually skipped Galaxy 2. So I would like to go back to that at some point. I actually was meaning to go through 64 again, but because of all sorts of unexpected circumstances, I didn't actually have enough time to get through this game with enough time to spare to also go through Galaxy for its anniversary. Alright, so we need to lure the bullet bills to the lower part of this saucer and over to the next cage. And to hit one of the pylons, so let's try this again. This shape is really weird. It's like slightly curved in a way that actually makes it kind of annoying to run across. So let's be careful and try this again. Wow, I thought I'd go nuts in there. Try to save me sooner next time, me. Yeah, you want this power star, right? Tell Rosalina I found this one. The power star is mine. And it's another green power star. You got a hidden star. Luigi under the saucer. Battle Rock Galaxy. High score updated. You increased your star bit count. And we still haven't actually completed Battle Rock. But let's head back and see if the Prankster Comet has appeared. From here, I actually wonder if I can simply jump over to there. Actually, we can just ride this little green section over, which is a lot safer than trying to like jump this. There was a mechanic where if you fall off the observatory, it'll just put you back over here. So no big loss if you do fall, but again. Also, if you stand here, you'll get a zoomed out view of everything, which is kind of cool. But let's head back to the bedroom. And as expected, we have our next Daredevil comet. This is Major Burrows' Daredevil Run. For whatever reason, this mission actually gives me a lot of trouble, so I'm going to be very careful. Basically, the problem I have, at least from what I remember, is if you don't spin into him fast enough, he'll dive back into the ground, and you can actually take damage if you're standing too close. Another problem is, in this phase, if you don't ground pound the second time fast enough because he is charging at you, that can also be a problem. So yeah, trying to be a little bit careful, so let's try to see if we can get through this. I am pretty sure I cut that extremely close. I think it was just about to dive back under the ground, which would have been bad. But overall, first try, so I will definitely take it. You got a star. Major Burrows' Daredevil Run, Gusty Garden Galaxy. You increase your star bit count. A new chapter has been added to the storybook. We actually have 2 more main galaxies to go through, so let's start with this one. The Freeze Flame Galaxy. First up is the Frozen Peak of Barren Burr. Alright, so we start out on this little ice ring with a penguin, so let's say hi. Hey old man, are you practicing how to skate too? Well, why don't we play a game? Can you catch me? So basically, we have to spin to gain speed, and just carefully make our way around this ring to catch up to the penguin. Not bad, old man. With skating skills like that, you might have a chance. A small chance, maybe, but a chance. And our reward for that little game is another launch star. The Freeze Flame Galaxy is pretty cool, but we're not seeing a whole lot of the flame part of the name quite yet. Over here we have a sign. The water here is cold. Really, really cold. Seriously, if you fall in, it's going to hurt. If you linger in the water too long, you'll gradually take damage, so you have to be a little bit careful here. Over here we have another coin. And that gives us another ice flower. There are a couple things I think I forgot to mention about the ice flower last time. For one thing, the music will actually speed up as it's getting close to running out. So that's your cue to pick up the pace if you're like in a bad spot with it. Another thing is, if you spin, you don't really get any extra height from it, so that can make certain sections a little bit tricky. Like there, the music was starting to speed up to indicate that it was almost about to run out. We have a couple ways to go, actually. This path over here will lead us to the main path eventually. This big coin will give us a ton of smaller coins. So let's actually stick to the main path, actually. We have these little enemies. If you spin near them, they'll like extinguish to like fire, and then you can basically kick them to defeat them. There's a path up here, but our ice flower ran out, so we can't actually go that way unless we drop all the way back down and refresh the ice flower, so we'll worry about that later. We have more of these little pushy walls, and if we go over here, we have another one of these enemies and a coin to replenish our health. But over here, we actually have a little drop-off place with a coin that makes a sling star appear. But basically, there's that little path, little wall jump area near the water at the beginning of this area. And that's where this goes, basically. So, yeah, there are a couple different ways up to this, like, this particular level of the galaxy. But for now, we need to basically take this ice flower and try to make our way to or past these like walls. They're actually moving horizontally, so they kind of create like temporary bridges essentially. Let's make our way quickly up here because we need them. We need the ice flower to stand on these. And we have our next boss, Baron Burr. So kind of like the smaller versions of these enemies, Baron Burr's weakness is basically spinning near it, but it's actually a little bit difficult because it's floating very high up. So first of all, let's make our way up here using wall jumps, and then see what we can do. It will eventually attack with a little like stomp, so we can spin to extinguish it and then spin again. He'll also jump around a little bit, even when extinguished, to make it a little bit difficult to actually reach him. Also, if you fall into the water, it's not that big of a deal. You can basically just get another ice flower and make your way back up. But that's to show how fast the health train is. We got through an entire health bar after falling. So yeah, be careful around frozen water. It's no joke. Alright, so let's make our way back up and try to finish up this fight. I don't know why I arced so far to the side with that wall jump, but here we are. Like before, just dodge the shockwave and then spin twice. And by defeating Baron Burr, we get another star. You got a star, the frozen peak of Baron Burr, Freeze Flame Galaxy. High score updated. Increase your star bit count. And we actually have a cosmic comet at the Freeze Flame Galaxy. This is Frosty Cosmic Luigi Race. Alright, so we have to race this cosmic clone of Luigi once again. We also have to jump like so to make our way to like essentially the ceiling. You can get a starting boost as a reminder, but in this particular galaxy I don't feel like it's very helpful because you have to like jump and then skate anyway, so again, not super helpful. So let's swap gravity again, and there's the star. We just have to very carefully ice skate quickly over to it. Taking my time, I can actually make that jump, but I don't want to take too many chances. You got a star! Frosty Cosmic Luigi Race Freeze Flame Galaxy. Increased your star bit count. I'll be honest, that comet appeared way sooner than I thought it would. I thought we had to clear a couple more missions for that to even appear, and then also wait for it to appear even after we clear the main mission. So yeah, instead of continuing through the Freeze Flame Galaxy, I think we'll actually take a break from here and try out this smaller galaxy. The Honeyclime Galaxy. Our mission here is scaling the sticky wall. Something I was thinking about is how it's actually been a bit since we've seen B Luigi, and now we have a dedicated small galaxy to basically test our B skills even after it's been such a long time since we've even used this power. As a reminder, collecting coins will replenish the stamina gauge for flight, so keep that in mind. We now have these moving honeycomb walls. I don't know how that entirely works in terms of physics, of like how does this slide back and forth, but then again, why am I questioning physics in a Mario game? We have another big coin, revealing a ton of star bits for us to collect. I feel like a lot of these smaller one-off galaxies are really good for star bits. Again, I think at some point I will have to stop and collect star bits, but for now we're actually doing pretty well. Alright, so we have a bee mushroom. I guess in case you like lose a life and have to restart here as a checkpoint. But we now have these little meteors falling around. That was a really bad time for Luigi to stop and spin in place. That was a little scary, but we made it through, no problem. We have a 1-up. I don't think I'm going to worry about the 1-up because I'd rather like not lose a life in the process of getting an extra life. So let's carefully fly over to the launch star. And let's climb up this wall next. We now have manta bugs, a little bit less out of place here than at the airship galaxy. But basically they attack based on line of sight, so luckily they're not too difficult to avoid. It's a little scary flying like this because if you run out of stamina, obviously you'll start to fall, and with the honeycomb walls moving, it does feel a little bit scary actually trying to like cling back onto a wall easily. So now they're spinning around, so we have to actually be a little bit aware of what direction they're facing. But there's our next star. You got a star, scaling the sticky wall Honeyclime Galaxy. Galaxy complete. High score updated. You increased your star bit count. Alright. So, we still have a few more stars to go at the Freeze Flame Galaxy, and then we'll probably move on to our next main galaxy. This is actually unusual having 3 main galaxies instead of like 2 main galaxies and then 2 smaller galaxies. So yeah, we'll probably start this area after getting through Freeze Flame. But with that being said, thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Super Mario Galaxy.